everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. So, okay, I put up another campfire, I warmed up, I'm warm now. We're gonna go ahead and leave this campfire here for now. There we go. And that way we can come back to it and warm up again. But let's go try and find out what they were working on. Let's see if there's anyone still alive. I will admit, out of roleplay, I do think part of this is Squeeper just loves exploring. You know, and think about this is a huge mystery here, and ooh. But it would be tempered. I would say that the majority of what he feels still is a need to make sure everyone's okay. Because if it was just the love for exploring, he would put it to the side because he really does have more important things to be doing. But it's kind of one of those, I really do need to do this to help these people. And if I enjoy myself a little bit, what's the harm? Alright, so it looks like they did get here. Gonna take this just to, if I find them, I'll put it back. I don't want to steal from them. But if they're not here anymore, and they just left it behind. Hello? Anyone? It's a very unique cave, isn't it? Well, it's not a cave, really. It's a glacier. Oh. That's not a good sign. That's also not a good sign. Let's be a bit more cautious about this.
Where is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself. No, there's got to be more scuba. Shut up! Shut up! Don't lie to me, Cesar. You hid it. You always try to steal.
Well, those are the two Khajiit laborers, the brothers. Did we pass them? Interesting. I think Squeeper's a bit weary now. There's blood everywhere, a bunch of dead people and people missing. Those two are still alive. It's just not starting to not paint a good picture. Interesting. Research notes. If only Umani would have left one of these dwarven machine creatures intact for me to study. The fact that they almost killed those Khajiit brothers in the middle of the night doesn't mean we couldn't have found a way to disable one. We dragged some stuff in front of the pipes they came out of to stop them from coming back. They are simply fascinating. It is just as Calsilmo described in Dwarves version 2? Volume 2, I guess. Their appearance does in fact resemble that of an arachnid. I had thought that to be an embellishment given by his source. The inclusion of the soul gem into the design of the apparatus is quite remarkable. It could explain the focus for the lighting that he describes. Oddly enough, it doesn't appear to be the main power source of the apparatus. Perhaps some sort of harmonic resonance with the energies contained in the soul gem to bring heat to the small boiler? Too early to say conclusively. That does raise the question of where they get the liquid for the boiler, however. Huh, that was strange. I thought I just saw something moving beyond the barred door. Looked vaguely humanoid. I wonder if it could have been an undiscovered automaton. I'm going to move my bedroll down here to see if I can catch another glimpse of it. This is all so exciting. Oof. Oh, Dwarves, Volume 2. How about that? The Lost Race of Tamriel, Volume 2, Weapons, Armor, and Machines, by Cal Silmo. In our previous discussion on dwarves, or Dwemer in the more correct scholarly terminology, we looked into the properties of Dwarven architecture and metallic crafts. In this continuing discussion of Tamriel's lost race, we shall examine the ways in which dwarves waged war and kept out trespassers. Unlike many other cultures still existing today, the dwarves built and relied on increasingly complicated machines for a wide variety of martial tasks, and weapons and armor created solely for the purpose of being wielded by dwarven warriors show remarkably few points of progress beyond the basic designs. Let us begin by analyzing these basic weapons and armors. Anyone who has held a dwarven axe or worn a dwarven helm can testify as to the ancient, everlasting quality of dwarven craftsmanship. Weapons do not deviate too greatly from their base function. Dwarven swords pierce through light armors with incredible effectiveness, owing primarily to the remarkable sharpness of tempered dwarven metal, and owing to a far lesser extent to its simple double-edged design. Compare and contrast a sharp angular dwarven dagger to a curved elven blade, and it becomes a small logical leap to say that dwarven weaponsmiths relied almost exclusively on creating quality materials first, and merely allowing the form of these materials to flow from the method the weapon was intended to kill people. Okay. As a culture that built almost exclusively underground, it's no surprise that dwarven armors are built to withstand incredibly heavy blows. Again, the fact that they are also resistant to being pierced by arrows or small blades is more of a testament to superior dwarven metallurgy over superior dwarven armor smithing. But it would be erroneous and thus conclude that dwarven smiths did not take the manufacture of their weapons and armor very seriously. Every piece of warcrafts I've examined show a remarkable amount of unnecessary detailing and personalization that is just as evident today among the most ardent blacksmiths. A dwarven smith probably came from a long tradition that distinguished itself in way that, say, the grip of a mace would feel, or the design of the head of individual arrows. Although, due to a paltry lack of any cultural artifacts outside weapons and armors themselves, this is only mere speculation. The last, but probably most important discussion in this volume pertains to the existence of dwarven machinery. Dwarves created and manufactured on a very broad scale thousands of mechanical apparatuses of varying complexity, the most simple of which is the standard arachnid design used to ward off trespassers. We are so far uncertain as to how the dwarves were able to bring to life these remarkably intelligent machines, but I have witnessed one stalk a highly trained thief for several hours, only to ambush him as he was dealing with a lock to the same room or treasure trove, to some room or treasure trove. I admit to have forgotten the details past the point at which it began spouting lightning at him. Dwarven military machines also range from the human-sized sphere warrior, which patrols the interiors of the ruins, as a harmless ball only to emerge from it as a fully armed and armored automaton fighter, to a justly feared centurion, whose height ranges from twice to several hundred times human size, depending on which reports you believe. Interesting. I'm going to take that. Fascinating. What's this? Dwarven Volumes 3? We'll read that later. Can we get one? Do you have one somewhere? Oh, come on, I need one. No? Poop. More blood. There's no way to get in there. Not from here. Alright, let's keep going. many arrows do I have left? 61. I'll be fine. Hopefully. Torch on the floor. Again, not a good sign. Means someone's been here. Well, maybe a good sign. Means someone's been here recently. Torches only last what? Maybe an hour or two? If that.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I forgot. I can pick up my arrows from these babies. Where's my arrow? Seriously, where's my arrow? There it is. Where's my other... Oh, well, it's only one arrow. We'll be fine. Shovel. Another torch on the ground. Is that a dead body? No, it's a dead arachnid. What's this? Potion of extreme healing. More blood. What's going on here?
Where'd you come from?
Alright. Where are those two brothers?
What? Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? But this one wasn't trapped with us. No. No! You must be the one who took... What was that?
Hey,
Where'd you come from?
don't!
Do your work.
Done.
Damn it. Did not want to have to do that. Oh no, his brother was dead. This one is at his wit's end. I signed Jar and myself up for this expedition to try and get him clean of skooma. I brought a small supply to try and bring him down slowly, but the storm has had us trapped in this glacier for weeks. The others have not yet caught on that one with fur should not shake so much from the cold, but I've run out of the little skooma I brought, and Dejar is getting pretty bad. He started hallucinating creatures coming out of the ice and the ruins. The others are starting to think he may be behind Vale's disappearance, but I know he would never do something like that. Oh no. Rest, friend. We still got at least one body unaccounted for. Come on. Mana's journal. It's been about a week since Valley went missing now. Indrast is gone too. We found blood leading over the barred off doorway, but Sola seems to think that they found a way through that. They were trying to cut him out of the discovery. He keeps saying that we need to press on. We've managed to break through into another section of the ruins, an animonclory, where the dwarves would produce their automatons. We learned the hard way that the metal creatures are still alive in there, and it hasn't improved Yag's mood at all. She holds that the Khajiit brothers aren't involved with the disappearances and has been keeping a hard eye on Sola. The rations have all but run out, and we are going to have to decide soon whether to brave the storm or try to push further into the ruins. I don't know if the echoes of screams I've heard in my sleep are those of our missing comrades or my own nightmares. This is a story gone bad. Come on, let's push on. Let's make sure that... Just damn.
Where'd you come from?
Ah!
And done.
Ah! You flew hard. Where'd my arrows go? Seriously, where'd my arrows go? Huh. Well, poop. Oh well. So this is a place where they make these things, huh? Black soul gem. Let's take that, like again, to keep anyone else from using it. Could dump them in the ocean somewhere, I guess, but what about the souls trapped inside them? Is there no way to release them? You know what I bet he would do? He would ask the people at Winterhold. He'd take them and say, look, how can we free these souls? Or is there anything we can do? And if not, what's the best way to handle these things?
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
What's this? It's a blacksmith's forge. Alright. Be careful, everyone, with your fire. Says the man who's holding a fire bow. Get in here. Let's see here. Easy peasy. Ha! Phoenix Ninja Toe. Interesting. It's worth quite a bit. Potion of resist cold, sapphire, scroll of blizzard. Very nice. Fascinating. I think Squeeper would be intrigued by the dwarves. A race long ago. Alright, well, before we go through this door, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here, and next time, hopefully we'll finish this dungeon up. Alright? See you guys then.